Error has occurred. Go live. Oh man. Welcome, dingers. We're not. Oh, apparently, we're going live on X2 now. We were having a little bit of difficulty coming in,
I'll take it.
but Chino Reyes, Matt Cat Dave are here. Trainwreck Trey is
He's on assignment. He's on assignment
yep.
right now. I think he's
Secret
trying to score. I think he's trying to score WrestleMania tickets.
ComSec, OPSEC type stuff. We can't talk
Something like
about
that.
it right now.
But like I
But
said, we'll see what happens.
yeah. Uh, but
And I'm blasting everything right now on YouTube and everything.
yes.
So yeah. So we're back another week, people. We are here
Welcome,
and
dingers.
just catching up on stuff that happened, wrestling world, indie world, backstage talk, stuff like that. So without further ado, Madcap, please. What any questions you got, or what are we doing, or not what are we doing, but
Well, the way Trey wanted to do this was catch up on WrestleMania 41, which is kind of strange because it's not until another week. So I figured we'd do it next week. But I'm like, okay, we can do it twice. I don't care.
I mean, we can do whatever you want. So here's the thing: is that it is next week, so we still have.
And we are going live on Saturday and Sunday for those two events. Chino is gonna. I still want to see you go live in the ring while just doing the podcast in the ring.
So
I think it'd be hilarious
during my match. Why not? Why not? Let's do it. I'll do it. I've already talked to people that hey, I may be going live during my match, and the promoters all like, look, dog, just do a good job. I'm like, so more than likely you will be watching me wrestle at the same time too.
I can't wait till the 10-minute mark because I want to say something.
It's going to be fun. Yeah. So we still have a SmackDown. We still have 1, 2.
We have a SmackDown, a Raw. I don't know. The NXT stuff is going to be too much helpful for WrestleMania.
I mean, you have that guy. Like I said, you have was Miles Bourne. He's the one that's come out and says that he wants to wrestle Orton to replace Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens injured, he can't be in the match. And once again, like you and me talked about, he was pissed about it because he was trying to keep it under wraps and announce it himself. He said someone in the front office let it out, and then that's what happens. So
because he went on a wrestling podcast and announced it and gave the details of it, and he was very upset. And I just caught like the hair end of it when I was watching it.
No, he was highly irate. He was all like, "This is BS." I was the one that was mine to tell people. Like I want to let everyone know, hey, I am sorry. This is what's going on. And yet, like you said, someone in the front office just let it go. Someone who didn't even need to know about it just leaked it out. And that's still the problems that we have in wrestling. People like to be the first ones to let all the information out, or the first ones to report something, and that's why it's hard sometimes to like get credible sources, something like that. But with this was a blow, man. It really was.
I've always for reporting aspects of anything, and doing the reporting, especially for like the What the Hell episodes for the Ingrid production podcast. I went irate because that time where Trump got a assassinated attempt. We went live that day, but the guy that we had and we don't have anymore for reason.
Yeah.
It's like credible information while we're doing this.
Yeah, but we don't want to just throw stuff out there if we don't know why we don't have have everything yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, he posted a picture. It was like, oh, this is the guy that did it. I'm like, I can't post the picture of the guy that they took down because I had the murder picture where he got shot and everything.
Okay.
So I couldn't post it yet.
Yeah.
I had friends in the police department in some areas, and they had people, and they had people was like, hey, look at this. We got him. I was like, oh, okay, cool. He could have given me a better picture, but all right.
Like, right, like, hey, I need a cool, thank you, man.
Yeah. Well, the picture was literally of a skinny guy, and I was like, okay. He posted what everybody else was posting at the time, and it was a guy that was heavy set, and he was a coach for a soccer team in Italy.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, and that was what everyone was posting at the time.
Yeah, it's like, no, like, okay, yeah, I know, and that's the thing that, like, we don't want to ever jump on the gun. You and me have talked about that. I know we've talked about it with Trainwreck. It's something we want to have the credible information, even if we're one of the last people to, talk about it. At least we know we have all the information.
Yeah, most of the stuff that I get, I'll post up stuff for like 2 weeks after the fact, because then I have all the information. Like with all the, and not getting to the other podcasts, because I want to keep everything for wrestling. Like with all the tariffs and everything, people are talking to me up at work because they know I do podcasts, and I know I have I have more information than most news organizations at the time. And I had one guy who's like, "Oh, stock market is crashing. This is happening." It's not happening like that. You got to give it time. He's like, "No, but it sucks." And as soon as the weekend was over, I texted him. It's like, "Told you." But the matches going into wrestling mode yet again, the matches are actually pretty interesting. These are the ones that we already know. The Undisputed Championship, Cody Rhodes and John Cena. It's been publicized. It's been going they went around the EU, going and talking to each other, ribbing each other, verbally attacking each other, and attacking at the last part to give us a little bit of a teaser of what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's one of those things. They're going at it. They're building that storyline. All these matches are building storylines. But we know, like I said, we know for sure that's night one main event, because I'm sorry, that's night two main event. Cena Rhodes, and that one's just it's been a roller coaster. It's been really good. Like I said, many predictions. Whether there's going to be another chase.
Is John Cena's going to win it? I wish it's not going to be true, but I think John Cena is going to win it.
So I'm sticking by my guns on this one. Cena loses, realizes the heel turn. He's doing the heel turn to do it to, like, okay, I wanted to get it done years ago. Realizes that it wasn't right. It wasn't just right. Cody aligns himself. I don't want to say a rock, but he aligns himself to be a heel. Cena chases him towards the end for the rest of the year, wins the belt at like something down, maybe a SummerSlam or maybe something, or Survivor Series, retires, and then gives the belt to H. That's what I'm calling. I'm just a person who watches wrestling.
Now, the next one is actually more. This is really, really interesting.
Yes,
Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. Now, the favor that CM Punk wanted was for Paul Heyman to be on his corner instead of Roman Reigns. And after WrestleMania yesterday, Seth Rollins is supposed to get a favor from Paul Heyman. Well, we don't know what the favor is yet.
He's probably gonna. So here we go. So you got to remember, Paul Heyman predicted this 12, 13 years ago on Raw. Like, you're going to main event WrestleMania, and I'm going to be in your corner. So we have that. Roman's all, what's going on? Now there's dissension between Roman and Paul.
Well, we saw that in the, was it the elimination? Yeah, it was an elimination because Roman Reigns came in during that match. No, it wasn't the elimination chamber. It was it was a cage match.
Yeah, it was a cage match, I think, on Raw.
Yeah.
And
and Roman came in to mess up Seth Rollins, and Paul Heyman was huddled with CM Punk. That we saw that coming. I saw that prediction. I was like, there's something between Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. It's gonna happen.
So now we have, there could be one or two things. Rollins could now ask, I don't think he's gonna ask Paul to escort him. I don't think that's gonna be the favor.
Well, that was the whole thing on Raw last night. Was Seth Rollins like, hey, just stay out of it. I'm giving you an out. I'm gonna beat you to a pulp, so you don't have to worry about it anymore.
So then why not use that favor to be like, hey, I want you to turn. Whoever's gonna win, whether it looks like who looks like they're gonna win is gonna be either Roman or Punk. His favor will be like, if one of them tries to beat me, whatever, you interfere, I'll take the win. Which, I mean, would be the most sense, or not the most sense, but that's probably what the favor is. But then again, there's so many rumors, like I said, that Paul Heyman just may do it on his own. And that's the thing it's rumblings here, there, the internet wrestling community, stuff like that. But I mean, they're keeping everything like tight-lipped, like really tight-lipped.
Yeah, it's just hearsay right now, and it's getting to me. It is really getting to me because I'm like wondering what's gonna be the next possible thing in the ether. But the next one, Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley, which you were telling me before we got onto the episode that Rhea Ripley had something done with her nose. Something happened with her nose.
So they thought she was injured again. But that wasn't the case. She's good to go. This and that. It's just that when Io came off and did that springboard drop kick, when you go back and look at it, you see Rhea's face, her nose go right into Bianca. It wasn't like a chest bump, like where they would just do a double chest bump and eat, bump like that. No, it was like her face went right in. So a lot of people were concerned in the back. A lot of reports come back that hey, she's good to go. Don't worry about it. Where she'll be there. I mean, even if she was injured, Rhea still would be there because she's just that tough.
Yeah. Now here's the strange thing that they kept on saying during the last matchup between Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, that Rhea Ripley's never beat Io Sky.
So she hasn't. I mean, in WWE she hasn't. But she. I don't think that they would still. I don't think they do it at WrestleMania. I think you and me were talking. I want to say Io is okay. I want to say Rio's going to retain because they put her on the back burner a lot, and you see it every time they do something with them. They always put her on the back burner.
Yeah, and I think it's because of her. I mean, she's really good. Io Sky is hands down a really good wrestler.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh my goodness.
But I think it's because of the fact that she does what way Trey said it. She can't speak very clear English, and it kind of messes up the whole allure of her being a superstar.
Well, I mean, I want to say that's part of the gimmick. Because I mean, she can speak English. I know it can be a pain in the ass, but she can speak English. But yeah, that I can take into account too, because if you want to make her superstar, you want to make her this huge this someone to follow. But that language barrier, it can be difficult. But then again, look what Finn did. Look what Finn did on Raw. He was talking shit to Penta in Spanish at the end of that segment. So I mean,
that is still awesome though. That because I hate to say this. Well, no, I don't hate to say this. I love to say this. WWE is international now, and you have to have that international gimmick going in for other people, especially with like, because Mexico has very high in wrestling, especially with the luchadors. Oh man, I love the luchadors, the high flying.
The luchadors, you know, if you talk to them, a lot of them are really good. I don't want to say fluent, but for the most part, speak very well. Their Japanese is really good, just like the Japanese wrestlers. Their Spanish is really good because they travel to those countries to learn how to work and how to. There's a lot of guys that come from Japan to go to Mexico to train, and a lot of guys from Mexico go to Japan to train. So they have to learn the language.
Yeah.
They don't have to be very fluent in it, but you know, they know enough to get by, to live, to be able to communicate in the ring.
Did you ever have a chance to go to Japan?
No.
You said that you went to a Mexico wrestling matches.
I've been to Mexico, I've done Mexico, done Canada. No, I tried doing Japan. Japan was just one of those things that just got away from me. Even in the deathmatch scene.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you never know. If they were to call me, I mean, hey, I'll let's go.
Now, next matchup, the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther versus Jey Uso. Now, finally, it's a storyline to where we can come to. It is last week on Raw and this week on Raw. Last week was like the pinnacle. This week on Raw, you got it to where you're looking at Jay and you're going, oh,
that's where you saw hashtags of Yeet is obsolete because he was like, no, playing it down. This is a Jey Uso who we're seeing shades of, or we're seeing that old penitentiary Jey Uso, you know, where he has a fight and making it so, you know, blurring the lines of is his shoot, is his gimmick. You have to understand, like, this is a Jey Uso that they were building up to be like, okay, hey, well, now let's do it. When he told him, I'm not scared of you anymore, and at the end of that promo, you look at Gunther, and you're like, damn, like Gunther's not like, okay, now maybe I'm a little worried. Maybe I wouldn't say so much scared, but concerned because I had the mind games. I had everything going for him, and now, boom, he comes straight out. I'm not afraid of you anymore. Let's run this, dog.
Yeah, it's getting there to where, because even all of us were saying, I was like, this doesn't seem like a good matchup. It's really boring. And then now they're finally picking up speed with it. Next one is Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte,
did you watch that?
Charlotte right now is 100% heat. I know it wouldn't go this route, but this match is turning out to be, if it goes down like a shoot fight, it's gonna be like, oh, what was that girl's name? Yoshika versus Aki Sakawa. And I know those names don't mean shit, but back in 2015 in Stardom, these two girls, Yoshika is just a brutal. She's just brutal. And it was supposed to be a wrestling match, and it turned out to be a fight to where Yoshika or Yasukawa had to retire because at the end of the match, her orbital is just crushed. Her nose is broken. She's just bleeding everywhere. Yeah, dude. Yeah, just back in 2015 in Japan. So this match, I don't want to say real wrestling fans, true wrestling fans, but old school, I don't know old school, but people who just like, people who watch not just WWE, just all the different wrestling, it has that feel like this is going to be a fight, dude. Like, they went off script hardcore. And the thing about it was that, like, if you go back now, I don't know. They're saying if you go back now, because I'm going to go back here in a little bit, that whole segment, they edited a lot, especially the whole Kaiser was in my DMs.
I already I went back to rewatch that segment, and yeah,
they edited it.
They heavily edited it.
So yeah, and then even Kaiser, he put the clip of when Davey Boy Smith's wife was accusing Sean of like hitting on her, and he was like, "Don't flatter yourself." So, it was one of those things like this is this is shoot, dude. Like this is gonna be a fight, and I don't know. Oof.
Man, I was watching because I was looking at stuff on Charlotte Flair and her knee injury and everything, dude. I've never seen someone that was that attracted that made me that disgusted at the same time. Dude, have you seen? She was riding. She was like riding a bicycle, and you just saw her knee go from where it's supposed to be down to like halfway on her shin. I was like, oh god.
You're like, oh, what the?
Oh, dude, why?
So
why?
That match, that match is gonna be so. That match will be night. I'm calling it out. That match, Tiffany, Charlotte. That's gonna be night 2. That's gonna be night 2. And it's gonna be a fight. I know that they're professional and they're gonna try to keep a match going, but with the way they went off script, the way that backstage right now, Charlotte has so much heat, dude. It's gonna be a fight.
She's going through a divorce right now, and
yeah, that's why she made that comment. 0-3.
Yeah, I thought it was 2. She's been married 3 times.
Her first dude was another indie guy, a Ricky Johnson or something like that, and then I forgot who that. And then it was Andrade.
Okay. So
I looked like her and Andrade were gonna make it, and then next thing you know, just.
Did he cheat on her? Or?
To be honest with you, I haven't even looked into that. It's just one of those things where
I didn't either. I was. It was one of those things. It was curious and follow the drama and see where it takes us. But I was like, what? That kind of lifestyle. It's hard to have a relationship. But the next one is. While you're looking at stuff up, AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Now, the reason why we found this was at Madison Square Garden, and they were going after each other because of that little tiff. And I think Logan Paul has a thing in his contract. He gets to go to all the pay-per-views. He gets to wrestle in the pay-per-views. And he takes like a heavy pay cut.
Give me a timeout. I gotta check something out really quick, okay?
Okay. That's while he's doing that stuff. But yeah, I honestly think that Logan Paul has a contract because he does Prime with them and all that. So I think he just has a contract to do like pay-per-views, and because he didn't win to go to the Elimination Chamber. There was no reason for him to be at WrestleMania. He goes to the Rumble. So I think it's just in his contract. He takes a big pay cut compared to most stars, and he gets privileges because of one, he does that podcast has a lot of the wrestlers on there, so you get notoriety. So it's
impulsive.
And he gets in the contract with the Prime stuff, so he gets to go to do those. So I honestly, Logan Paul's a good athlete and good wrestler, but I think he's got to end with a lot of the stuff, and it might be just because he's good at social media stuff that he does that too.
He's this generation's Rock. If the Rock had social media like in the 90s and 2000s,
I think you're right. Honestly, I think you're right.
And that's because like you said, he has his hands in everything. His hands in everything. Like he's with his brother doing that promotion they have, and like you said, with Prime, he took to this sport, and I'm not gonna bash him because his personal life is personal life. Yeah, he did some dumb stuff, this and that, whatever. Professionally though, he came out the chute, like he hit the ground running, and he took to it so fast, so well. Like a lot of the guys are like, yeah, he's really safe, and he's like really like attentive. You know, one of the biggest praises he gets is from like Ray when I
Yeah,
think they wrestled at WrestleMania where Ray hit that backflip and he saved Ray.
Yeah, he saved Ray, and he broke character during that because he's like, I'm so sorry, because it was his mistake. It was Logan Paul's mistake because he was supposed to be on target and he wasn't, and Ray almost like ended his career.
Yeah,
And
he made up for it, got it. And then Taker got with him, like, hey bro, that move you did where you jumped onto the rope, spun around, and then did the backflip, that's like some video game stuff. And Logan was all like, I trained for months for that. I never want to do that again. When he first came out, like he was doing all kinds of crazy stuff. That the one when he did it against Ricochet, where they're both on each side of the ring and they just collide midair. Like, dude, like you're young in this business. Like you need to calm down. Like that is a definite career changer right there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, hey, he's there, I'm not. Hey, do your thing, man.
Yeah. Now, next up is something that's been going on for the last couple of weeks was Braun Breaker versus Penta, Finn Balor. Is it Balor or Balor?
Finn Balor.
Okay, Balor. Versus Dominic Mysterio. Now, since it's all versus, is it going to be like a full-on 4-against-4 matchup?
So it's you're gonna see a lot of Judgment Day teaming up, doing stuff.
Well, yeah,
there is something's gonna happen. They're gonna fight. They have to because they're going to be one winner. They're gonna fight. That's what's gonna cause the. So this is what I'm calling. It's gonna cause a group to split, or it's gonna cause a group to. Something's gonna happen to where they're probably going to get Balor out. Finn Balor, gonna get him out. That's when they reintroduce Tommy, stupid indie guy, Aleister Black.
Okay. Did you see Braun Breaker's spear from dude, that was awesome.
Dude, so I come from work, whatever. I was chilling. I was on TikTok bullshit, and then I'm watching it, and I'm all like, I see it, I'm all like,
that's something you have to like replay like a couple of times.
Like he hit him, did a handspring, or he just did the float over, not the float over, but he hit him, rolled with it, got back in the ring, like, bruh, like bruh, like that was great. That was stupendous. I will give you nothing but props for that because that was awesome.
It was just phenomenal. On this matchup though, I think what's going to happen with it, in my opinion, so you can't really come at me that much. But if you want to come at me in the comments, say I'm stupid, go ahead. No big deal. But I think starting in the match, Braun Breaker and Penta's going to have a little beef and everything. And then they're going to go in and Dominic's going to do something stupid or accident on Finn. And Finn's going to end up ganging up on Dominic.
The odds are in Judgment Day's favor, but I think Penta's taking it.
I could see it. I don't know with the new arrivals, giving them like belts starting out. It's kind of one of those things that they need to wait like at least 2 years to get a belt. Any kind of belt. It could be
here's the thing. If you have steam, you picked up a bunch of steam, the crowd's just behind you, you can't ignore it. You can't.
You're not wrong.
And the thing about it is that, like, it's one of those things like in the old days, yeah, you paid your dues and you waited this and that. But if you were able to, every time you traveled, you just picked up steam, or the crowd hated you, or whatever the case may be. If you worked that crowd, whether they hated you, they loved you, the promoter made money. The promoter's like, all right, look, if you're a face, all right, look, man, putting the belt on you because the crowd loves you, and we're gonna make lots more. Or if you're a heel, the crowd hates you. So if you take the belt, they're gonna get their friends over here, put asses in seats to come boo you. And every time you win, there's gonna boo you more. And so, like, yeah, if you pick up steam, But yeah, normally, I mean, it just depends. It's a new game now. It's a way new game than this business was 10, 15 years ago.
Now next one's U.S. United States Championship. LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. This one,
It's a sleeper match.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from them.
Fatu and LA Knight are really good workers. They're really good. Here's the strange thing. Did you know Jacob Fatu knows how to play the piano?
Say it one more time in English.
He can play the piano. It's really good. He's
what?
really
That shouldn't surprise me. That should not surprise me at all. That shouldn't.
He was playing the piano. He was playing Roman Reigns' theme song.
Nice. Did not know that. No, this match, like I said, not taken away from either one. Once again, they're up there. They're making money. They're popping the crowd. They're working. They got contracts. But I feel like it's going to be the sleeper match. I feel like either Braun or Shinsuke may interfere.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just feel like because they have that storyline still. But yeah, I feel like it'd probably more likely be Braun that would interfere, and LA Knight will probably end up retaining.
Okay, I could see that. Now the next matchup is Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano.
That is going to be a clinic. That's going to be a match.
I actually want to see this.
No, it's going to be a great match, and especially now, Grande Americano it's picking up steam with the crowd. He's picking up all this steam, and it's like, okay, all right, y'all were talking shit last week, hating it because of his entrance and this and that and AI stuff, but no, now they're picking up. Okay, I want this not that match. I do want to see. I feel like that match will be a night 2 match.
Yeah, it might be with night 2. Well, next week, if anything, if we get the clarification of what's going to be on what day and what's going to be on the
since next week will be the go home shows for Raw and for SmackDown. Depending on what matches follow what brand, they'll probably do, okay, hey, just let you know this is boom, or hey, they may just wait till SmackDown itself and be like, oh, or we may not even know. Honestly, like I said,
are they going to do a SmackDown because they're going to do the Hall of Fame?
They're going to do it after the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Oh no, they're going to do SmackDown. They'll do the Hall of Fame after SmackDown.
Okay.
So here's the thing: is that we may not get the matches. They may just keep all the matches, just boom, and be like, okay, here's night 1, here's night 2, and we won't know the matches till they're announced.
Now the last one is a revenge matchup. Jade Cargill. Yes, thank you. And Naomi. This is a revenge matchup.
This is it's gonna be it has to happen. Obviously, it's on the main stage, but the grand stage is on WrestleMania. That match is going to be, in the good old words of as much as I dislike this man, JR, it's gonna be a slobber knocker.
JR.
What's up?
You got beef with JR?
We'll talk about that offline.
All right.
But that match, awesome build up, awesome fakey, and then boom. So that match is going to be one to watch also.
Yeah, I think Jade's going to take it though.
I don't know. It depends if it just depends. I don't think Bianca will come out because Bianca's going to be too worried about her match. Then again, she might. And
that would be, well, looking back at what happened last year with all the wrestlers that came out to help out Cody Rhodes. So yeah,
and look, especially like the Usos. The Usos had just wrestled and then they came out to help out. So
yeah.
It really just depends on what route they're going to go. Once again, don't know. Like I said, we're just gonna have to watch. But that match right there is going to be it's going to be strong. It's going to be strong. It's going to be hard hitting. It's going to be snug. It's going to be a good one to watch.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like a total fight. Like I'm predicting Charlotte and Tiffany. That one I'm predicting that's going to be a straight up fight. That's a fight waiting to happen.
Yeah.
But
I think that's the reason why they went a little bit off script with that.
No, they went off script. Like it was like
really?
that some of the stuff was cleared, but the stuff if they edited it out is because that stuff wasn't cleared. And I was like, oh no, like oh y'all all right, girls, y'all want to fight? Randy Orton.
I don't know where that's gonna go.
One or two things, like I was saying earlier, that kid from NXT, Born, said, I'll step up and wrestle him. Or just like we saw at AEW when Desmond Wolf, sorry, not Desmond Wolf. What's his name? Not Nigel McGuinness came out and wrestled. Nick Aldis might come out, man. You got to remember that RKO that Randy Orton game isn't going to cost him this time, because if you remember that little flash, callback when Randy gave him that check that was double the amount. What's this for? He goes, that's for the next one. And then
that was hilarious.
Nick Aldis may come out, man. I don't know. I mean,
it would be hilarious.
I would love to see Nick Aldis come out. The reason being is that, like I said, unless you like watch the indies and you like kept up like with the indies and like other promotions, a lot of these kids, a lot of these people have never seen Nick Aldis wrestle. The man is a machine. The man can go. And you know, just like Adam Pearce, man, Scrap Daddy, Iron Adam Pearce, the man can go. So we're gonna have to see what happens on that one. But for Randy, like I said, if they don't have Randy on, that's just as bad. The fact that we still don't know if Chelsea Green's on the show and she's a champ.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that, I mean, Valkyria.
Well, okay. So with her, like I said, two things could happen. One, they run it back. Her and Bayley run it back at WrestleMania because they have such great chemistry together. Or if they don't run it back, and this one's just maybe grasping for straws, Valkyria and Bayley team up to wrestle Liv and Raquel.
I could see that. That would be interesting. Now, hopefully, we'll be going live. Hopefully, we're gonna have so many mix-ups. It's gonna be atrocious. It's not gonna go full on good on those 2 days, but we're gonna try our best.
So it happens. It happens. And my co-host just showed up. What's up, D? What's up? Hey.
The puppy.
What's up? My co-host Radar. So what's happening? You know, like I said, we're going live. I'll be doing interviews live, like just real quick spot interviews. This guy, that guy, guys from Mexico, stuff like that. But it's gonna be whenever you do like the live reactions, live podcast, like what we're doing right now, but like live reactions, dude. Unless you've been doing it for a while, trust me, there's always gonna be something happening. There's always something that's gonna. Yeah. But hey, at the end of the day, like we're just gonna do it and have fun with it.
Yeah. What's going on in the indie circuit with you?
Nothing, just getting booked here, booked there. I have some shows coming up. I trying to finalize to see if I'm doing Midland, Abilene, and Wichita Falls.
Let me know when you do Wichita Falls. I'll take that day off and I'll hang out with you.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
We'll make
and then of course down south, Laredo, the Valley, some show the show that I help run here, and then trying to see if I'm going to do some shows. I was supposed to do it on like by Canada or Canada show, but that blew up. That apparently got blown out of the water. But now I'm trying to see. There's some out of state shows that are coming up that may be doing.
That's
So we'll
good.
just see what happens, man. As far as the indies though, the indies is alive, rocking. I tell people all the time, go to an indie show because you never know who you're gonna see. Um, you never know who you're gonna take a picture with, hang out with, and boom, they're on TV. I have so many, great homies, great friends that are on TV right now. Um, People I consider like little sisters, little brothers, guys that I've known for a while. Let's like Jordan Grace, um, Roxanne, uh, Ricky, Ray Rowe, but his name is Eric. He's part of the War Raiders. He's a
Okay.
smaller one. Yeah, dude, like just a bunch of homies, real good homies. And I tell people go to indie shows, go check out an indie show because, like I said, you never know who you're gonna meet.
Now, saying that, what's the man? I had a question and it just blanked on me. I hate when that happens. What it was it like to basically? Do you get like travel pay for it, or is just all clumped together like it usually
So
is?
starting out, I mean, even it's not really travel pay. Like if the promoter really wants to bring you in, the promoter really wants to have a good time. Like they'll pay for a little travel here and there, but mainly, you pay for gas and you drive down there. You drive to wherever you're going. Promoter like, hey man, how much you pay for gas? Okay, I'll give you throw that plus a little extra for your pay. It's really when you get like really known is when that's when the money really starts coming in when they start paying for your flights, start doing that and stuff. I mean, I've had a couple fights paid for, so it's fun. It's fun, but like I said, it just 10 years ago, 10 years ago, this was paying my bills,
Yeah.
and so now, like I said, it's dwindled down. But hey, I'm still having a good time. I'm having fun, and like I said, the pay is all right. So I mean, it be what it be.
I want to see you on that Chris Jericho Rockin' Cruise wrestling thing.
Man, so that one, like he picks a lot of like the indie guys, but he also picks a lot of like the AEW guys or ex WWE guys, because those names draw. He may have like an indie guy on there, like to get to a squash or build someone, but for the most part, those are just like one-offs matches that people just do.
Yeah, because what it was it Rosa? I can't remember her full name. It was Rosa something that she went on there.
Oh, Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa.
I have reserved feelings about her, um, but that's nor here nor there. And it's nothing really bad. It's just what it is, but um,
She break your heart?
no, hell no, hell no. Um, no, it was just she tried to create a platform for women
Oh,
wrestlers to do their thing. And then there was an incident. She was training someone who allegedly had an SA charge on it, or an SA accusation.
oh yeah. I would.
Yeah, so it was a big thing. So,
That's
but I mean, I'm not going to really get into it because that's just not here nor there. But I said, man, the indies are fun, this and that. I'm trying to think because I know. Ryan, I know you're on, Ryan. Was there anything big that happened at AEW? Because I didn't catch anything. I didn't get up to read anything. If it is, let me know. Drop a comment. It'll pull up on the screen. Um, NXT right now, still fire. NXT is going good. I like how they did that one little segment with no, I didn't watch Dynasty, bro. That's why I was asking, like, give me like a real quick rundown because you're the man when it comes to AEW. I like how they did Otis and Burt Kreischer, how they
oh,
did that little segment.
yeah.
That was fun. That was something to watch. I was I was on TikTok, and there's this one person. She was going live with it, and she was like, "Man, that little Asian guy, like, he's just a funny guy." And I was all like, "That's Akira Tozawa, dude. Like, that dude is a legit like, that dude's a badass. He's got a contract. He's now helping with Funaki whenever they get the new Japanese people to help them, this and that, blah blah blah." And of course, they ruined it. Of course, they did. The Young Bucks returned and they ruined a good pay per view. I appreciate that, bro. I didn't get a chance to watch it or read up on it. Like a lot of guys that they have there, like it's weird how they use them for this and that, but it's a contract. They're good to go. Hey, man, you got a contract. And people, that's why I tell people, watch old matches. Watch old matches, like the match I sent y'all when I sent y'all of Chelsea Green and Penta, and then I sent y'all Io Sky and Penta.
That I told you, I watched that match beforehand, before you even sent it. But dude, that matchup was ferocious. That was,
and people are like, why doesn't she wrestle like that now? Like she's trying to conserve her body.
Yeah.
But her when Chelsea Green, because she was known as something else. I forget what she was known as. But when it was her and Dark Penta, oh dude, that was a beautiful match. And the thing about it is that Lucha Underground, that studio that they do it at, originally that's when they did I don't know if you remember Wrestling Society X. It was on MTV. This is a long time ago. Okay.
Yeah.
That soundstage where they did that is where they did Lucha Underground.
Okay.
And Lucha Under, like I said, like WSX was just like it was a great show. It was a great thing to watch. Lucha Underground was one of those that like you really had to be there. Like wow, dude, like that was like whoa. And now they're talking about bringing it back. Like a bunch of these indie dudes are trying to jump on that. Good personal friend of mine, Ricky Reyes. Like look him up. Ricky is an awesome worker. Great guy in and out of the ring, but they all right. He's talking about like I want to do it again. Let's do it again. This and that. So for the most part, like for the most part, like Lucha Underground is one of those like you had WWE, you had TNA. I was like, okay, Lucha Underground brought something different, and that's where that hard hitting style came from. Give me just a sec here. But yeah, and I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see who. I don't know who the musical. I guess who they're gonna have because they could pick a lot of different people now. Especially they're gonna be in Vegas. They could pick anyone really. Someone who's doing residency there, or just for the most part, actually anyone. They're also like that whole week that they're there. They're doing like Kill Tony. Kill Tony's gonna be roasting wrestlers.
Oh yeah,
they're doing that. They're doing the whole WWE world. They're doing the whole just so many things. That's why a lot of legends are gonna be in town. That's why I'm thinking
and Ricochet.
I'm thinking that why Cena's gonna lose is because Ric Flair's gonna be involved. And because Ric Flair's even said it like, I'll be damned after he cut that promo, after Cena cut that promo about Flair. Flair's like, I'll be damned if anyone's gonna take my 17th title reign. If someone thinks they're gonna tie me or they're gonna beat me, you know. So
I could definitely see that only because Cody Rhodes, father Dustin Rhodes, really close.
Well, yeah, I mean those guys are pillars of wrestling.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like Ryan the Heel said, you know, guys who were at Lucha Underground who went to WWE or at AEW, like Prince Puma, Ricochet, Kill Shot was Sir Strickland. You know, you had just Rey Mysterio was there. So it was just a bunch of just Lucha Underground was had a very good impact on wrestling.
Yeah, because they're putting in a lot more luchadors.
Well, as of right now, there are 16. I mean, you can be Japanese and be a luchador. You can be, as you see, you know, the Grande Americano or Grande Americano. But as of right now, there's like 16 active luchadors or Latino wrestlers in WWE right now, which is the most they've ever had. Yeah, Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb was at Lucha Underground. Jeff Cobb, if you've never seen Jeff Cobb work, you need to watch Jeff Cobb work. He's just this big old boy, like he's just a big boy, and he can move like a Rey Mysterio.
Well, that Santo Escobar.
Yeah, Santo Escobar, when he was under his mask, was at Lucha Underground.
Okay.
Like Lucha Underground had so many great workers that were able to go here and there and there and here. So I mean, like I said, it was real. It was really impactful for the business.
Okay. Well, that's the fullness of this segment of the podcast. Thank you all for listening. I mean, seriously, we had like 2 or 3. I mean, we're still growing. We still
Yeah,
got
we're still getting out there. Hey man, I even if there was just had one or even had we had none, I still want to do this because hey, you never know. Someone may have missed something, or hey, we like, oh, what's this? Oh wow, hey, these dudes are funny, or these dudes are like weird, or hey, I still watch it though, it's cool.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. If I start on something like this, I will keep on going with it. If I like doing it, I love doing it. I love wrestling. I love talking about wrestling. And speaking of Dad, I want to have him on the show one of these times because he's the one that got me, my dad.
Oh, okay, bring him on, man.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. I'm Mad Cat Dave.
I am the badass fat ass, even though it just says badass fat ass Chino Reyes.
And thank you all for listening. Love you guys. Later.